Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Welcome to our April council meeting. Today is Wednesday, April 8th. The time is now 10:13 a.m. I hereby call this meeting to order. Reminder to please silence your phones, and if you have to have a conversation, we kindly ask you to step outside so that we maintain a respectful atmosphere. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilwoman Nicole Reynoso.
Present.
Councilwoman Maureen Porras.
Here.
Councilman Rafael Pinedo.
Present.
Vice Mayor Digna Cabral.
Present.
Mayor Christy Fraga.
Present.
Mayor, you have quorum.
Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance led by Councilwoman Reynoso.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
If you please remain standing, we're going to ask for a moment of silence as we remember two young members of our Doral community, Mateo Davila and Alessia Tucci. Their lives were taken far too soon yesterday. Our hearts are with their families, friends, and classmates, teachers today, and all those who are grieving this unimaginable loss. Let us pause together in their honor. Thank you. We'll now have our moment of prayer led by Pastora Marian Delgado from Alpha and Omega. Gracias, Pastora.
What an honor to be here. Honorable Mayor of Doral, Christy Fraga, and the City of Doral Council. It's a sad time that what happened here yesterday, but through prayer, God and the Holy Spirit will give the comfort to the families that are in so much pain right now. Right now, we're going to pray. Father, thank you for the mayors, Christy Fraga, and the City Council of Doral. Thank you for your godly wisdom. Thank you because they all have in their hearts the best for this city, Lord. And you are the only one that give them the godly wisdom, the design, the ideas to develop this city into a great city. Thank you for your protection. I believe and I declare that every plan of the enemy will be destroyed and only the plan of God will take place in this beautiful city. Plans of God are not evil. Plans to give this city of Doral a way of prospering and a way of blessing. Thank you in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Pastora. Thank you for being here today. God bless you. All right, we'll now move into agenda order of business, starting with our city manager's office.
Mayor, I don't have anything. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. City Attorney?
Mayor, I don't have anything. Thank you.
All right. Councilman Pinedo?
Mayor, I don't have anything. Thank you.
Thank you. Vice Mayor Cabral?
246M.
Okay. 6M, yes. Councilwoman Reynoso?
Yes, Mayor. Item 6P.
P as in Paul. Okay, Councilwoman Porras?
Yes, I have a couple. Both are in the evening, 6M. Oh, sorry, 20B, which is my item. It deferred to May.
Both of them?
No, 20A, if everyone's okay, we could hear it this morning. The organizers are here and can answer any questions. It's just a request for a logo.
Okay. Okay, so just to move that to the morning?
Yep. And again, 6B or 20B to May.
And deferring 20B.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so we will hear item 6M and 6P after 9F, and then we'll hear item 20A, just so that we do it in the order they were moved. All right? Okay, if there's nothing else, we will move into public comments. All right, the public comments portion of this meeting is now open. Each speaker will have 3 minutes to address any item on today's agenda or any other matters that are germane to the city of Doral. Please begin by stating your name and address for the record. We will start with pre-registered speakers. If you did not pre-register, you can still speak. I will give opportunity at the end. Just make sure you see the clerk to register after you speak. As a reminder, in accordance with the City of Doral's Code of Conduct, we ask that all remarks be made in a respectful, courteous, and orderly manner. Personal attacks, offensive language, or disruptive behavior will not be permitted, and the microphone will be turned off after 3 minutes. Let's work together to keep this forum productive and constructive for all. We'll go ahead and start with the pre-registered speakers. Mr. Jose Rubio. Jose Rubio. Going once, going twice. Okay. Anelis Perez. Anelis Perez, please approach the podium.
Hello, hi. My name is Annelies Perez. My address is 8201 Northwest 41st Street, zip code 33166 here in downtown Doral. I just wanted to say that I'm a mental health counselor, new here in the community, and I just want to say that I'm very happy here with Doral. Everything for families, parks, activities for kids, everything to help with physical and mental health. So everybody in the community can have healthy lives. I just wanted to say that I'm open for collaboration as a mental health counselor for any programs, anything that I can serve the community. Okay.
Thank you, Janelis. Thank you. Anelis. All right. Maria Herrera. Maria Herrera, yes?
Good morning. My name is Maria Herrera. I am the manager for Grand Central Clubhouse. My address is 10551 Northwest 88th Street. I'm here for the facade grant. I didn't register, but I can answer any questions.
Okay, no, so if you wanted to speak, you needed to register. Maybe you registered to come into the meeting
Yes.
and didn't want to speak? Okay, it's okay. If I call your name and you don't want to speak, you don't have to come up.
Okay, thank you.
We're trying a new system. You used to handwrite if you wanted to speak, so we're trying to do it electronically.
Okay.
So we apologize if
Well,
you didn't want to speak and just registered that you were in the meeting.
Thank you so much.
Sorry. Thank you for being here. Okay, Daniel, I think it's Zuluga because there is no last name here. Daniel, I think this is about advisory boards. Okay, we'll move on. Claudia Rojas. Claudia Rojas. Andreina Escalante.
Hello, good morning, everyone. Bueno, here. Okay. Aquí. My name is Andreina Escalante. I am an integrative health coach for neurodiversity families. And today, for me, is very special because I represent a huge community in a huge commitment for the happiness of our kids. And today, for me and for everyone, we're not just raising a flag, we are raising awareness, we are opening pathways, we are reminding ourselves as a society of what truly matters. Autism, for a long time, has been a reality for many families that have lived in silence. Today, that silence transformed into a conversation, into education, and into an action and a possibility. Because when a family finds support, guidance, and community, everything changes. We are here today to build a possibility. That's why inclusion is not just a word, is a daily practice, is a collective decision, and is a living commitment. And what is happening here today in the city of Doral is exactly that, a living commitment for all of us. A commitment to our families, to education, to creating spaces where every child can grow with dignity, respect, and support. Because true inclusion is not about forcing a child to adapt. It's about educating ourselves as a society to understand, respect, and support. And there is something essential we must remember. We are talking about human beings, and if there is one thing that defines our humanity, is that we are all unique. And because we are all equal in dignity, in rights, and in value, and because this is a living commitment, we must educate ourselves. That's the only way that we transform fear into connection. I have spent 8 years walking alongside many families as an integrative health coach specializing in pediatric neurodevelopment. And a true driver of transformation is more than a strategy. It's about love. Love as a decision, love as an alignment, and love as a daily action. Because when love guides our actions, families grow stronger, children progress, and society evolves. This flag we raise today represents that evolution and
Andreina.
awareness. Thank
you.
you.
Thank you very much. Okay, Mariola Blanco.
Buenos días a todos. Disculpar que hable en español, pero
Si necesita español,
sí,
okay, perfect. Yes,
lo
thank you.
sé. Es que me quiero expresar en mi lengua porque sé que me voy a expresar más fluido.
She would like to speak in Spanish because she can better speak and express herself.
Gracias. Yo no tengo nada preparado porque me he enterado hoy que podía hablar, pero por supuesto voy a hablar y voy a hablar como mamá de un niño autista. Yo soy de España y he venido... te tengo que dejar hablar, perdona.
I didn't have anything prepared, but I'm going to be speaking anyway because I'm a mother of an autistic kid and I want to express myself.
Yo estoy aquí en Miami por mi hijo Christian, tiene 14 años.
My son is Christian, he is 14 years old.
Ha empezado el high school y lo que quiero es contarles una cosa que ocurrió para que vean la gravedad de estas cosas.
He's in high school, something severe happened and I want to talk about it today.
Un día recogí a mi hijo, entró en el coche y se puso a llorar. Y le pregunté, Cristian, ¿qué te pasa? Y me dijo, mamá, es que estaba jugando al baloncesto y todos empezaron a reír de mí y no tengo ningún amigo en el colegio. Creo, mamá, que me pasa algo muy grave en la cabeza.
One day he came into the car. I asked him what was wrong. He was crying. He was extremely sad, and he explained that there was bullying in school, and a lot of kids were bothering him.
Entonces me dijo, mamá, ¿por qué me pasa esto? Y yo le dije, pues porque todos tenemos una condición especial. La mamá habla muchísimo, pero tú te cuesta un poquito más relacionarte con las personas.
She was just explaining that we're all different, and sometimes some people have it harder than others to express themselves, even herself. But that's what she was telling him.
Entonces lo vi como una cosa normal hasta que mi hijo llorando vi la red flag que decís aquí en Estados Unidos que me dijo, mamá, no estoy feliz con mi vida.
Until she saw the biggest red flag, which was when they moved to America, she said, or he said, I'm not happy with my life.
Entonces, perdonad que estoy un poco emocionada. Esto no lo traduzcas. Entonces me puse manos a la obra y estaba dentro de un grupo de WhatsApp de mamá del high school que me acaban de poner, de todos los cursos de high school que yo nunca hablo, porque soy nueva y todo lo dicen en inglés.
I was added to a couple of WhatsApp chats where all the high school moms are, and even I'm new to Miami.
Y entonces escribí un texto diciendo, hola a todas, soy Mariola Blanco, soy la mamá de un niño autista que está en el high school. Os hablo como mamás. Mi hijo se siente muy solo, está muy triste y me ha ocurrido esto. Os hablo como mamás. Les conté lo que había pasado. No sabía muy bien si mandar ese mensaje, pero lo envié.
I sent a message explaining what had just recently happened to all the moms in that WhatsApp group chat, explaining that of the red flag that she had heard from her son.
Y entonces no os podéis imaginar la reacción de todas las mamás del grupo, que habría como de 4 cursos. Fue increíble. Me llamó mucha gente, me escribió muchísima gente. Me escribieron mamás diciendo que he hablado con mi hijo, pero mi hijo pensaba que el tuyo era tímido.
You won't believe the amount of support that she received from all those WhatsApp group chats. A lot of mothers reached out to her, showing support, but also they were a little surprised because they thought that her son was just timid.
Por no quitar más tiempo, simplemente terminó muy bien porque de repente mi hijo tiene muchos amigos, va demasiados, está muy abrumado. Lo cogen, se sientan con él a comer, está muy feliz. Lo que quiero decir es que les agradezco a todos ustedes el día de hoy y que hagan cosas por los niños autistas, pero esto es un mensaje para todas las mamás y todos los papás que tienen que enseñar a sus hijos en casa que cuando vean personas diferentes tienen que acercarse y tienen que ayudarles. Y este es el claro ejemplo de lo que yo hice y funcionó. Muchísimas gracias por este tiempo que me han dado y me gustaría mucho que los papás y las mamás hablaran con sus hijos para poder concienciar.
Thank you. Gracias. David, just wrap up
Sorry.
the translation, please.
Very happy, shows the support, and the biggest lesson for this is for the mothers to speak to their children to encourage this good behavior.
Thank you.
Muchísimas gracias a todos. Muchísimas gracias, don Rafael.
Thank you. Okay, Richard Gladstad.
Good morning, Council. Richard Gluckstead, 4768 West Side of 14th Avenue. Many people I know have left or are leaving the Miami area, and the 2 biggest reasons are, they've told me the people here are terrible. They found people in other places like in North Carolina to be much nicer, so that's where they're moving. And the second thing is what I've been trying to get you guys to do something about is the traffic. But because you're married to the developers, you just keep making it worse. But it is bad. The only place that has worse traffic than us is California. But we're rated the worst drivers in the USA. 98% score out of 100, we're the worst drivers. That goes to show what type of people we have. Also, we're the most congested, especially in Doral. Build, build, build. Give Trump his big giant stuff. More congestion. We're the most congested, but that's okay. We got a 98.5 score for being the most annoying drivers in the United States. Annoying. Very annoying people here. It's not my imagination. I don't really like it. I'd rather live in Europe or Colombia than this place, but my wife just won't leave. Also, we're the most aggressive. We're the most aggressive drivers, and I think in many respects, the people here, sitting up here, are examples of some of the most aggressive or passive-aggressive people that you're ever going to find. They also have the drivers here, it says in Spanish, it's an article in Spanish, which I gave to be passed out. We're the worst manners, más groseros. Groseros. Somos muy groseros aquí en Miami y Doral. Also, altaneros. It says that in Spanish. We're the most haughty, stuck-up people in the United States. A lot of the people come here from other countries, especially in Latin America. They have a little money, they get a car. Whoopee-doo. Altaneros. Also, we're the most bothersome. We bother people. Another thing, the people are, they do not use turn signals. They think turn signals are Christmas lights, red and green and all yellow. It's for Christmas. Don't use them to change lanes. Nope, don't use them. And another problem here is there's very few places to live here. It's turned into a giant rental community, and it's very, very expensive. So just look at yourselves and see what you can do to remedy the situation.
Thank you, Mr. Gladstad.
Yes.
JC Velasquez.
One moment, please. Let me get this put away.
Thank you, Mr. Gladstad.
Muy buenos días. Estoy muy emocionada y muy feliz de estar acá.
¿Tienes un
Voy.
translador?
¿Cómo dice?
Translator.
Yo pudiese hablar en inglés, pero prefiero hacerlo en mi idioma para no equivocarme.
I prefer speaking in Spanish to better express myself.
Okay. Escribí algo en este momento y se los voy a leer.
I wrote something here and I wanted to read it out loud.
Me siento profundamente conmovida y feliz de estar acá con la propuesta de todos ustedes de izar la bandera del autismo para visibilizar a nuestra comunidad azul.
I'm extremely moved by the proposal today of lifting the autistic flag to show the inclusion and the unity.
You need to listen.
Uh-huh.
¿Listo?
Sí.
Okay. Reconozco y valoro el esfuerzo que están haciendo todos ustedes a través de acciones concretas, de sensibilidad y apoyo hacia las personas dentro del espectro autista.
Thank you for listening to all of us and for the promotion of this community of inclusion and autism.
Exacto. And then, hoy nos reunimos para abrazarnos, para apoyarnos, porque esta comunidad merece apoyo y alzar esa bandera y elevarnos también para la esperanza y el respeto de todos nuestros hijos con autismo. Gracias.
Today we unite for the support and for rounding all of us together for lifting the flag and showing the support of this inclusion.
Excelente. Y al final estoy muy feliz. Mi hijo tiene la oportunidad en esta ciudad del Doral de estar estudiando en un programa piloto para poder avanzar y poder trabajar. Y eso es muy significativo para él y mucho más para nosotras que como madres queremos que ellos puedan estar en esta sociedad y aportar.
My son is in a pilot program here at City of Doral as well. He lives and works and it promotes what exactly makes them happy and the best for them, but also as a mother, very proud of being in part of the program.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Gracias. Thank you. Okay, that is the conclusion of our registered speakers. Would anyone else like to speak at this time if you did not sign up? This is the last call for reasonable opportunity. Being none, public comments is now closed, and we'll move into the consent agenda vote. Madam Clerk, please reiterate the items that were.
Yes, Mayor. The consent agenda will be approving all of the items with the exception of 6M and 6P.
Okay, I need a motion on the motion to approve by Councilwoman Reynoso.
Second.
Second by Councilman Pinedo. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Let the record reflect the consent agenda has passed unanimously. We'll now move into the minutes. Need a motion on the minutes.
Motion.
Motion to approve by Councilwoman Reynoso. Second by Councilman Pinedo. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Let the record reflect the minutes have been approved unanimously. And now we'll go into our presentations.
Item 8A, presentation, Keep Doral Beautiful Business Award.
Good morning, Honorable Mayor, Vice Mayor, members of the council, Madam Manager, Mr. Deputy Manager, Mr. City Attorney, Madam Clerk. Danny Del Toro, Code Compliance Director. This month, we are pleased to recognize Tesla for their outstanding commitment to keeping the route beautiful. The property for which they are being recognized is located at 9950 Northwest 25th Street. Tesla has been in the city of Doral a little over a year. The property is approximately 186,000 total square feet. The business has 90 employees. Tesla is an automotive company dedicated to building electric vehicles that are safe and fun to drive. At this Doral location, you may test drive, purchase, or service your vehicle. When Tesla moved into this location, they did major renovations, including a complete facade improvement, painting of the entire building, a new flat roof, asphalt paving, and new landscape, which is maintained bi-weekly basis. These improvements have revived this area of 25th Street, and it is with great pleasure that we name Tesla for the Keep Doral Beautiful Business Award for their continued efforts to keep Doral beautiful. Madam Mayor and Council, here to accept the award on behalf of the business is Mr. Alec Garcia and Jonathan Ordonez.
All right. Please join us. Would you like to say a couple words and then we'll come up for a picture?
Good morning, everybody. Jonathan Ordonez again, Service Manager for the Doral Service. To my left is Ale Garcia, Management for Delivery as well. First of all, guys, I wanted to thank you for the City of Doral to basically work with us to earn this spot right in this community. So above all, thank you for that. And around this award, already speaks volumes, and we're gonna have our commitments to keep it that way, and at the same time to keep it safe as well. So again, thank you for everybody.
Okay, we'll move on now into our discussion items.
Item 9A, a resolution of the mayor and the city council of the city of Doral, Florida, recognizing April 2026 as Autism Awareness Month, authorizing the display of the Autism Awareness flag at City Hall, providing for authority of the city manager and city attorney, providing for implementation, incorporation of recitals, and an effective date.
Okay, this is Councilman Pinedo's item. Councilman?
Thank you, Mayor. Good morning. Today I rise to present a resolution that it's simple in form but powerful in meaning. By recognizing April 2026, as we have done before, as Autism Awareness Month in the city of Doral, but now by raising the Autism Awareness flag at City Hall, we're doing more than making a statement. We're actually taking a stand for inclusion, a stand for dignity, and a stand for every child and every family that deserve to feel seen, supported, and valued in our city. Autism touches more families than many realize. Behind every diagnosis, there is a story of love, of resilience, and often of challenges that required a community to step up. And that's exactly what this resolution is about. Because the role of local government is not only to manage a city, it is to lead with purpose, to reflect the values of its people, and to ensure that no one feels left behind. By raising this flag, we will be sending a clear and unified message that in Doral, inclusion is not optional, it is who we are. This is also an opportunity for us as council to continue building policies and partnerships that support families, improve access to resources, and position our city as a model of inclusion in South Florida. I also want to share something personal. For my wife and me, this is not a new cause. It is something that we have supported and been involved in long before I had the honor of serving in this role. While we might not have a family member on the spectrum, we have walked alongside friends, families, and residents who do. We have seen the challenges, but more importantly, we have seen the strength, the love, and the incredible potential within this community. And that is why this moment matters. And today, for the very first time in the history of our city, Doral will proudly, and I hope, approve raising the autism awareness flag at City Hall. This is not just a moment, it is a milestone. A milestone that places Doral alongside other forward-thinking communities, including our neighbor, City of Coral Gables, thanks to Mayor Vince Lago, that have taken meaningful steps to recognize and support the autism community. I also want to recognize County Commissioner Regalado from Miami-Dade County for her leadership and for actually being an important or having an important role on this important cause. And I also want to take this opportunity to recognize our own Mayor Fraga, because I know she has been working for this cause even when before becoming a mayor, and has been helping not only our special needs community here in the city of Doral, but has been also a strong advocate for this cause. To the families here today, the organizations, advocates, and those watching online, I want to say thank you. Thank you for your strength, your voice, and your trust. These recognitions belongs to you. And let me close by saying this. Years from now, the children growing up in our city today, including those on the autism spectrum, may not remember this meeting, but they will feel its impact. They will grow up in a city that chooses to see them, to include them, and to believe in their potential. And if we do this right, which I'm sure we will, they won't have to ask for acceptance because they will already belong. That is the legacy we have the responsibility and the privilege to build today, and that's why I respectfully ask my colleagues for your support on this resolution. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman. Any comments?
Yes,
Councilwoman Reynoso?
to the mayor.
Yes.
I would like to co-sponsor this item if possible. If you're amenable to that, thank you. I think it's very important as leaders in this community that we highlight this section of the community that we represent. And I think the new generation, our children's generation, is a more inclusive generation, more accepting. They understand that their actions have a reaction. And to be able to support this from a leadership role is amazing because it does trickle down to the community. And to be able symbolically to raise a flag shows more than just a flag being raised, right? It's showing that the leaders of this community are connected with our residents, that we see them, we hear them, and we always hope and strive for better changes within our community. So I don't like to say this is a good first step because I think the city of Doral has been doing this for a while, and the relationships that we have with our community is different, and it's positive. So thank you for allowing me to co-sponsor this item. I think it's amazing to have this type of recognition of what we do here in the community. And I want the residents to know that we're here to represent every aspect of our community. And I think that this is an excellent item, and I'm glad to support it.
Thank you.
Anyone else?
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve by Vice Mayor Cabral,
Second.
second by Councilwoman Porras. Councilman, you know, I support this 100%. I think it's very important. I do have family members on the spectrum, and we are very much a family that supports anything that has inclusion and from workforce to providing opportunities within the city. I wear my autism awareness pin the whole month of April as a sign of solidarity, and that we will continue to push for our communities to be more inclusive, that they have more opportunities, and I think in the city we've done a great job to do that. So this is just another checkbox that we get to have to show our support for our community. So absolutely, we're looking forward to supporting this item for you.
Thank you, Mayor. And just one last comment. I know because the next question is going to be when this is going to take place. So I'll be working with the city manager.
Yes.
The intention is to do it this month, obviously. So we will be letting the residents know when this is going to take place, so you can be part of the ceremony as well.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you. All right, Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Motion to approve made by Vice Mayor Cabral, seconded by Councilwoman Porras. Vice Mayor Cabral?
Yes.
Councilwoman Porras?
Yes.
Councilwoman Reynoso?
Yes.
Councilman Pinedo?
Yes.
Mayor Fraga?
Yes.
Motion passes.
All right. Wonderful. Thank you for participating. All right, next item.
Item 9B, a resolution of the mayor and the city council of the city of Doral, Florida, approving the implementation of a summer 2026 pilot government externship program for high school students in the city of Doral, providing for authorization, implementation, incorporation, of recitals, and an effective date.
Okay, Councilwoman Moreno, so this is your item.
Thank you, Mayor. So this is hopefully going to be a pilot program that we're going to implement within our city. There has been a lot of interest from high schoolers that want to know the city functions, what we do here, how our actions influence and impact our community. So I think it's great to have a program that we know that students can come here. We're going to try it out for a week or so. And they're going to learn, particularly through this pilot program, it's going to be in our finance department. I hope that in the following summers, we can extend that program to cover other departments within our city. So I hope to have the support of my colleagues for this, and if there's any questions, I'm here to answer them.
Thank you, Councilwoman. Any additional questions?
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve by Vice Mayor Cabral,
Second.
second by Councilman Pinedo. There's no additional questions. I think it's a great idea. Get our students actively engaged. Madam Clerk, please call a roll.
Motion to approve made by Vice Mayor Cabral, seconded by Councilman Pinedo. Vice Mayor Cabral?
Yes.
Councilman Pinedo?
Yes.
Councilwoman Porras?
Yes.
Councilwoman Reynoso?
Yes.
Mayor Fraga?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you. All right. Next item, 9C.
Item 9C, a resolution of the mayor and the city council of the city of Doral, Florida, instructing staff and the city attorney to create a policy requiring hotels to post a no hourly rate signs, to create penalties which may include withholding of their business tax receipt, providing for implementation, incorporation, of recitals, and an effective date.
Okay, sorry, Councilwoman Moreno, so this is your item.
Thank you, through the mayor. So this item is aimed at hotels that we have within our city. The hourly rates is already something that is not supposed to be done. So it's basically asking for our hotels to be more vigilant to those that are renting out the hotel rooms. And this, the main point in this is obviously safety, which goes into human trafficking, prostitution, drug trafficking. So we want to prevent that as much as possible. So the onus is now being transferred on those business licenses that we give to hotels. If there is these type of activities in the hotel, then their business license could be at risk. And I hope to have the support of my colleagues for this item as well.
Okay, thank you,
Motion.
Councilman. Motion to approve by
Second.
Councilwoman Porras, second by Vice Mayor Cabral. There's no additional questions. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Motion to approve made by Councilwoman Porras, seconded by Vice Mayor Cabral. Councilwoman Porras?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Cabral?
Yes.
Councilman Reynoso?
Thank you, yes.
Councilman Pinedo?
Yes.
Mayor Fraga?
Yes.
Motion passes.
All right. Moving to 9D.
9D, a resolution of the mayor and the city council of the city of Doral, Florida, approving the award of request for proposals RFP 2026-01, pre-construction and construction management at-risk services for the new police department headquarters, authorizing the city manager to negotiate and enter into an agreement with Core Construction Inc. as a top-ranked firm, subject to approval as to form and legal sufficiency by the city attorney for the provision of pre-construction and construction management at-risk services, authorizing the manager to negotiate and enter into agreement with the next highest ranked firm successively if an agreement cannot be negotiated, authorizing the city manager to expend budgeted funds in furtherance hereof, providing for implementation, incorporation of recitals, and an effective date.
All right, I believe that this is going to be taken by the administration, city manager and capital improvements division.
Good morning, Mayor. Thank you. Mayor, as the council knows, we have been for months going through a process where we had a conceptual design done for the new police building. We then have gone through two rigorous procurement processes for both design and for construction of the police building with a model for CMR at risk. So we are going to do a quick presentation right now. I'm first going to bring up Chief Lopez and have him speak to that. We're also going to have capital improvements. Our CFO is going to also present, and our Public Works Director.
Okay.
Chief, if you could join us, we have a presentation.
Just to put on the record, this is, the presentations will be done with for both 9D and 9E. We'll have to take individual votes, but the presentation and the discussion will cover both items. Chief?
So I believe IT has a presentation.
Good morning, Madam Mayor, Vice Mayor, Council, Madam City Manager, Deputy City Manager, Mr. Attorney, Madam City Clerk as well. Our City of Doral new police headquarters, the rendering is here. We're very proud as an agency, and I want to speak on behalf of the police department, both sworn and civilian personnel, how excited we are to have the opportunity to explore a new police headquarters for our police department. It's much needed, as our current headquarters has quite a bit of limitations, some outlined here. The existing police headquarters has reached full operational capacity and can no longer support the department's continued growth. The department has almost doubled over the past 12 to 13 years, coming from 100 sworn personnel and 39 personnel in 2013 to where it stands now with 191 sworn personnel, including 10 PSAs and 61 support personnel. The current site layout limits accessibility and scalability as well to adjust for future growth. Overcapacity in parking, constrained fleet management, reduced efficiency in day-to-day operations with our patrol personnel, investigations, and other agencies as well. As you know, Doral is an economic engine in Miami-Dade County and is in the middle of the county and works hand in hand with the Miami-Dade Sheriff's Office and a ton of other agencies as we have operational needs that involve a multitude of hands on deck. And we often host these meetings at our headquarters as well. So the square footage many times is not susceptible to our growth and our collaboration. Our infrastructure does not align with the long-term general safety of public needs. And the general location even of our police headquarters in a hidden industrial area, so the public doesn't get to see it. So those are some of the operational consequences, but in a nutshell, we've simply outgrown it. And we look forward to the possibility of our new headquarters being constructed over the next few years. Without this strategic investment, these constraints will continue to hinder services potentially and deliver future readiness. Long-term solution for public safety excellence involves a proposed three-story facility designed for modern law enforcement operations. Significant increases in parking capacity is critically important for us in terms of our personnel, fleet vehicles, specialty units, visitors that we often have. Scalable design, as I mentioned earlier, with projected growth involving public safety demands that are current day needs. Strategically, the location on 3719 Northwest 97th Avenue enhances visibility, accessibility, and community presence as well. The proximity to the U.S. Southern Command and Miami-Dade Sheriff's Office strengthens interagency coordination and regional preparedness. Modern infrastructure also improves operational readiness, efficiency, officer safety, and community engagement. This investment is not only a new building, it's a long-term infrastructure commitment that ensures sustainable growth, operational effectiveness, enhanced public service for our community for decades to come. I want to recognize the past leaders of the Doral Police Department who have been instrumental as well in outfitting our current headquarters, which was originally designed as a public works building. And this provides us an opportunity to explore the feasibility and implementation of a new headquarters that can be the staple of our community for many, many, many years to come. Thank you. And I'll pass it to our Director of Public Works, Carlos Arroyo.
Sir. Good morning, everyone. So with the construction of the new police facility, the city has the opportunity to retrofit the current facility and restore it to its original purpose. So the facility, as mentioned, was originally designed and intended to function as a public works facility prior to its conversion to a police station. So the city currently does not have a dedicated public works operations facility, resulting in fragmented storage and an operational that could be more efficient. So repurposing the building would allow the city to restore the site to its original planned operational use while maximizing the existing infrastructure. Utilizing an existing city facility is more cost-effective and faster than constructing a new Polyworks complex, and it provides a centralized operation hub for Polyworks staff, equipment, storage, and logistics. So with the facility retrofit, we maximize the use of existing infrastructure while addressing a long-standing operational need for the city. So with the retrofit of the current facility, the city will have operational benefits and an expanded capacity for public works operations. Some of the potential benefits are centralized storage and inventory, which increases the storage capacity for materials used across the city departments. It improves the ability to purchase and store supplies in bulk while reducing procurement costs and improving availability, and secure storage for equipment, tools, traffic devices, and emergency response materials. It improves the operational efficiency with a dedicated workspace for public works crews and supervisors. It improves staging areas for vehicles, equipment, and field operations, and provides for a faster deployment of staff and resources for daily operations and emergency response. It also improves citywide support functions as for storage, for signage, maintenance materials, landscaping supplies, and infrastructure repair components. It also supports special events, storm response, and citywide maintenance needs. So the facility retrofit will improve efficiency, reduce downtime, and strengthen the city's ability to maintain infrastructure and respond to service requests. So looking at long-term organizational benefits, the retrofit will support the city's growth and service demands. It will establish a permanent operational hub for public works, aligning with the city's continued growth. It will enhance the city's ability to maintain infrastructure, parks, roadways, and stormwater system efficiently. And it will improve interdepartmental coordination for projects, maintenance, and emergency response. It will reduce reliance on temporary storage locations and off-site facilities, and it will provide capacity to support future service expansions and infrastructure needs. So in summary, a centralized Polyworks facility will increase operational efficiency, reduce long-term costs, and strengthen the city's ability to maintain infrastructure and respond to community needs. Thank you. Now I'll leave you with Lázaro.
Good morning. So as presented during last year's strategic planning session, the location for this proposed project is on the current site where the police training facility is located. Last June, staff and administration began working on the creation of a concept plan for the proposed new police department headquarters. And after several discussions and meetings, the concept plan you will see in the next few slides was developed. So the concept identifies a new approximately 63,000 square foot, 3-level building to be constructed on the existing surface level parking area on the site to serve as the new police department headquarters. The concept also includes supporting secured parking on the south and east portions of the building, along with a new surface level parking lot on the west side of the proposed building, providing for an approximate total of 200 combined spaces. During the development of this concept plan, the project team worked closely with the police department on the space programming of each floor in the building to ensure proper adjacencies between divisions and units to support operational effectiveness. Each floor was carefully looked at to maximize utilization and space. The programming of the first floor was focused on all the required ground level functions needed for department operations. So the first floor is planned to consist of a reception area, public records area, multipurpose/community room, training unit, crime scene investigations, special operations, tactical response unit, and property and evidence. The second floor is planned to consist of the patrol division, real-time operations and communications, budget, community outreach, a gym area, and general investigations unit. And finally, the third floor is planned to consist of the internal affairs unit, the executive command staff, and the office of the chief. The concept contemplates the construction of the building to primarily consist of tilt-up concrete panels, offering faster delivery, cost efficiency, and long-term durability. Here you have a rendering showing the southwest corner of the building. Here is a rendering showing a side-by-side view between the existing training facility and the new proposed headquarters. And finally, here you have a rendering of the northwest corner of the building in the evening hours. To recap, here are some of the main concept elements. The overall concept will be further reviewed and validated with the awarded design firm and construction manager to determine any potential modifications which will serve the project better from a constructability and functional standpoint. With regards to the estimated construction costs, here you have the opinion of probable construction costs based on the concept which was developed. And as far as project timeline is concerned, we are anticipating approximately 9.5 months for design work, followed by an additional 120 days for permitting and the development of a guaranteed maximum price proposal by the construction manager. For construction, we're anticipating a 20-month construction period. The schedule will be further refined once we have both the awarded design firm and construction manager on board. And next, I'll pass it to our assistant city manager.
Good morning, everyone. Fernando Casamayor, Assistant City Manager and CFO. Much like we did with the parking garage project, we're assuming that we would be issuing some sort of debt in order to cover the full cost or a portion of the construction of the building. This particular slide is assuming a complete debt issuance without any additional money. So if it was the entire construction cost of approximately $54 million, we would be looking at a 30-year debt structure, which would, the city of Doral will be paying about $3.5 million per year as part of the repayment of debt. And in the following slide, this is assuming that either a combination of fund balance and grants that would be received as part of this project, that we will be financing approximately $33 million. That would bring our debt payments to approximately $2.2 million per year. Now, again, that is assuming a 5% rate on a bond issuance, which is an incredibly conservative number at this time. AAA ratings right now is about 4.5% for a 30-year debt. And in 2 years, when we assume we will be issuing this debt, I'm not an economist, but I'm hoping that our bond interest rates will come down some so that this numbers get increasingly better. So this is something that I believe the city can absolutely afford. It's something that the city could probably not afford to not have. I think the chief made it very clear that there's an operational necessity for his department. I believe that Carlos made it incredibly clear that there's an operational necessity for the Public Works Department. And even though the city would be entering into some sort of debt, in the end, the city would be increasing its value with a significant new asset. And with that, we'll take any questions that you may have at this time.
Okay, we'll take questions, debate.
I have two quick questions.
Yes, Councilwoman Porras.
What would be the capacity for this new facility? Or, like an estimated, I know you guys had numbers for the old facility, and the number of personnel is way higher than what the building can absorb, right? So what's like the new capacity? Is it enough, big enough for, our current force, for a growing force, or,
Chief?
Just.
The answer is yes, but I'll let the experts answer that one.
Yes, Councilwoman. So during the concept development process, we engaged the police department to not only factor in their number of officers right now, but to also have room for potential growth within the next, 5, 10, 10
Yeah,
years.
and that's my question. Is it going to be big enough to support all the current staff and, anticipate growth?
Yep.
Okay.
So, Councilwoman, just to add to that, I participated in all of the conceptuals and the meetings that we had with the architects too. I think the main advantage here is that we're increasing square footage, but we're also using the square footage in a way that makes it more functionable to be able to house and have the capacity for the force that we have and for growth. Because we also wanted to do that. We didn't want to build something that in a few years we will then,
Okay.
because the city will have continued growth. So we wanted to kind of set up policing for the next 20, 30 years to be able to accommodate all of that.
Exactly. Yeah, and that's what I wanted to confirm. And then my other question is the old police department building large enough for Public Works?
Yes, more than large enough.
So yes, it's more than large enough. We, again, are trying to do the same thing, set up the city for the next 20, 30 years to be able to do that. We will have space now to be able to buy in bulk, to have maintenance pieces that we have to order when something goes wrong. In other words, to set us up better and to maintain fleet better, to do all of that within that facility.
Yeah, I mean, I like that our largest departments have or will have their own departments, like the parks, Public Works, and police, which are the largest departments. So, okay, that was all the questions I had.
Okay, any other questions? Yes, Councilman Pinedo.
It's just a quick comment. First of all, I just want to thank the staff, the administration, because what we've seen is pretty much what Doral represents. When we speak about the future, the growth that we're having. Thank you, Chief, for everything that you have been doing in the last 2 years already? 3 years? 3. We have to celebrate that soon. So, because when we speak about our police department today, we have to feel proud of what we have. And when you see what we're gonna have, it's actually make me feel even prouder. So for me, it's no brainer, and sure, I just wanted to let you know that as I always like to say, for me, not only safety, our police department, but our parks department too, are the heart of the city. And if we don't have a police department that is strong, that has all the resources, all the equipments, and all the support, then we're not doing our job. So I want to thank you. I want to thank the administration, and also I place the motion to approve.
Motion to approve by Councilman Pinedo. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Councilwoman Reynoso. Is there any other comments?
I'll make one.
Okay, Councilwoman Reynoso.
Well, I'm excited for this because I think it's only right for the police to have their own building. Although it's a little ahead of the future, and I know time goes by very quickly, I think it's the appropriate timing to bring this up. And for Public Works also to have their space. So, thank you.
All right. I do have some comments too. We've gone back and forth about this quite a bit. I think that this is a very appropriate move for many reasons. One, this land that we have is land that's designated for law enforcement, that was designated by the state, and we were able to get an increase in the amount of years that we have it for. So after speaking with the state, they extended the lease. As many know, land is scarce in Doral, particularly for the city of Doral, and it's important that we utilize every asset we have to the best of its capabilities. And because of the limitations of what we can do on this land, due to the fact that it is, it's been designated for law enforcement, I think creating a law enforcement campus, including a police facility that has all the needed bells and whistles, we'll say, for them to do their job, I think is appropriate. The facility they currently have, which I believe I was the only council member on up here that was on the council at the time when the building was finished, was created for a Public Works facility. At the time, Public Works didn't have all of the equipment it has today, and the council made a decision because the police was in a leased facility to retrofit it for police. Clearly, we've outgrown it because it wasn't built for police. It wasn't built for the growth that we knew we would have for our police department. So I think we've come to that crossroads where a decision needs to be made. It is not it is a costly endeavor, understood, but it's something that the city will need in the future regardless. So doing it now is, where we're locking in the price of construction now. So it's important that this gets done for the efficiency and capabilities of the department, both actually, Public Works and police in the future. So I think it's the right step. We are very fortunate to have a financially healthy city. We have a great bond rating. I think we need to take advantage of those things at this time to solidify money as cheap as possible so that our residents are not paying, more on those bonding capacities. I have been vocal with staff as to how much we would bond. I think that there is capabilities to use funds we have. I wouldn't want to bond the entire thing, but clearly we will have to bond a percentage of it. So because it's not a revenue generating asset, it is more of a service required asset that we need. I think I would not like to see it bonded completely. I think we need to do a percentage. So we need to work hard to make sure we're being cost effective. And I know that the contractors are listening to us and the design professionals. We need to make sure we stay on budget. We stay as frugal as possible. I tell the chief all the time, this is not the Taj Mahal of police stations. This needs to be an efficient, long-term property that we can continue to grow into as a city. It's absolutely neat. I think the location is strategically well placed in the middle of our community. So I'm looking forward to seeing this take off. I don't know if I'll get to see it completed. Probably I'll see it as a resident, but I'm very happy for the city that we're doing this and kicking it off because I think it's important. So I want to congratulate the entire team that made this a priority, that has really taken the time to be just very meticulous about what we're doing financially, but also in the components that are being put into this building. So, and we're always thinking about the community room was put in, so more spaces, that's always important. So I look forward to seeing it. I think it'll be a beautiful building and will meet its needs and purposes. So congratulations to the entire team, and I'm ready to move forward on this. Okay, Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
I have a question for clarification before I place my vote. So if I may.
Yes, go ahead.
So it will be by 2028 then, the starting of the construction, or for issue the bond?
No, the starting of the construction will be immediate, or the bond will be.
The bond will be when?
Yeah, we anticipate the beginning of construction in 2027. We typically don't issue debt until we've actually started spending money. It's the best way to issue it because once you issue debt, there's some timing constraints that come. So if you have any delays in a project, unforeseen issues, you could have some tax implications if you issue debt, receive it, and don't spend it in time. So the idea would be for construction to begin at some point in 2027, probably mid-27, and then issuance of debt at some point in 2028 once we've actually started spending money.
So we should have bond by 28. And what is the vision? I know that you show some numbers there on how much it will be the bond issue for. I mean, the amount.
So again, assuming there is no monies, it's like buying a house, right? You put a big down payment or you don't, right? So assuming we don't put any additional funds in, so we get no grants or we don't use any fund balance to cover it, the total amount we would be financing is about $55 million. That would be about $3.4 million a year in payments over 30 years. Again, that's assuming
Still four something you said, or close to 5%.
that's assuming a 5% rate for bonds. That's kind of high, but we want to be very conservative. If we did put some monies in, and sorry, I'm getting over something. Assuming $20 million, whether it's a combination of fund balance and grants that we've been able to receive for this project, that would bring the payments to about 2.18, 2.19, assuming the same 5% rate, which again, I believe is a little high. It would probably be $200,000 or $300,000 less if interest rates go down over the next 2 years. And I'm not an economist, but most economists are assuming that they probably will reduce.
So through the mayor, just 1 second. Vice Mayor, I think one of the things that's important here is we need to evaluate between now and then exactly with all of the different budgeting that we will have for those budget years and where we end up, exactly what it is that we're going to recommend about how much it is that we would want to bond out. It all depends on how things work out at that particular time. So we wanted to give you a conservative assessment of what it would be to bond the entire building, which we're probably not going to do, but we wanted you to see what the numbers were, and then give you an assessment of where we think we're going to end up. We have been talking to different agencies at state, at federal level in order to be able to get grants, which is going to be able to probably bring that number down. So we're being very conservative in what we're saying today, right? That we're going to bond a certain amount, what the entire amount is, and what we think, where we think we're going to end up. But we'll be able to tell that more in the future.
And allow me to clarify, I don't think I mentioned it in the presentation. This is not general obligation debt like we did for our parks, where the voters of Doral decided to tax themselves in order to pay for the improvements. This is special debt, which is using our general fund as a backstop, where it doesn't require voter approval, but you don't have to increase taxes in order to cover these payments strictly for the bond issuance.
So that's one of my concern, because like you said, I mean, you are not sure if you're going to get grants or not. So I encourage that even before we start already with the construction, that I think that it's a great facility, something that it's needed for our departments, is to make sure that we incur, not just for this project, for any other project that will come, to make sure first that we have allocations, that we get those grants from the state or even federal if there's any opportunity to be there, before we decide, okay, let's do a construction. Let's see how this might be. So, because I don't think that it's the route to go, especially for our residents. And I do understand what you're saying, that it's not going to be like the park bond, that then it's going to be through the taxpayers' money to be able to pay. But at the end of the day, it's still taxpayer money. I mean, the money doesn't come from any other source that is not our taxpayers' money. Always, no?
There's a few other sources, but a good percentage of it.
I mean, to be able to run the city, we need the taxpayer money.
Yes, we do.
Yes. So it does come from the taxpayer money. at the end of the day. It's not, I mean, from all the residents and businesses from the city. So my concern is that the amount of money that is going to require, we're talking roughly, maybe depends on how things go, inflation, everything, by $55 million. That is a big ticket item. I do understand that construction is expensive, especially after COVID, everything went up. That's something that I hear experience. I have to make decisions with the park at that time. But my concern is that we should first plan ahead and try to see of the resources for when we can get the funds before we bring something like this large amount of money to be, even though we do inquire, we need the facility because the department have grown, it's gonna keep growing. The city, I don't think that there's too much room to keep growing unless it just keep building up because of the land that we have right now available. But my concern is that.
So, Vice Mayor, again, the mayor and I have been speaking with Congressman Diaz-Balart's office. We've already started those conversations. There are constraints of being able to apply for grants today for something that we're going to spend 2 years from now.
Right.
Because when they allocate,
So can you repeat that again?
the mayor and I have been meeting with Congressman Mario Diaz-Balart's office. There are constraints in the federal government of when you can do grant applications because when they gets awarded, they have to be spent within the year that you apply. So the applications can't go now for something we're going to start to build in 27 because it's not designed yet. But we have all confidence, and he has assured us he's going to work with us to be able to get as much grant money as is available for some of the interior improvements from equipment and things of that nature. We are looking, and the chief has an active effort right now within his department to look at state level and to look at everything that's out there for law enforcement. So we're going to do that. It's just we have an idea more or less of how much that's going to be, how much money we would take from general fund towards it. Again, like Mr. Casamayor explained, it's kind of like how big of a down payment are we going to have to figure out how much we're going to bond. So obviously, we want to be able to minimize the bonding part as much as possible, but we won't be able to determine all of those things until a little bit more time passes, again, because the constraints of the grants has to be spent the year that they're awarded.
I'd also like to, if that's,
The way most of these grants works that we've explored, whether it's federal, and I've been in conversations with, as the manager said, with Congressman Diaz-Balart's office, and with the state, is you have to have ready construction documents, shovels in the ground, to be able to apply. A lot of times, it's even for technology or the stuff that goes in the building. So, but we have been assured that there is money that can come our way, and significant money, which is why we decided to proceed.
and the other good news about the flexibility of a special obligation bond versus a general obligation is, as you find money along the way, so if we're in construction and we find a $2 million,
Pull the money.
technology grant that would help, outfit the building, that's money that can be applied to that debt payment so that it would reduce the reliance on, for lack of a better term, general fund monies in order to cover the cost. Again, as your CFO, I take pride in telling you that your city is in excellent financial condition, not because of me, but because of the team that we have and because of the community that we have here. But I would not be recommending adding any additional debt for the city of Doral or the citizens of the city of Doral if I and my team of professionals and our financial advisor didn't think that we were capable of doing so. So I want you to have that assurance.
No, I know. I mean, for so many years, the city have kept valuing the taxpayer money, making sure that it's being spent in an efficient way for many years. So that I know that we're standing in a good position when it comes to that. But anyway, I wanted to make sure that the resident understand from where the funding is coming and what is the work that has been done behind the scenes, so we don't end up then having them carry the load later on. Thank you for the explanation. Thank you.
I think the most important thing to remember here is that this is something that the community needs. It's not, we're gonna need it today and tomorrow and the next day. It's the primary source of why we became a city. It's the safety and security of our residents. So making sure that we have the facilities to house that and produce for infrastructure and public works are two very important departments. So I think these are justified, needs for the community. With that, I think we're ready to call the roll.
Motion to approve made by Councilman Pinedo, seconded by Councilwoman Reynoso. Councilman Pinedo?
Yes.
Councilwoman Reynoso?
Yes.
Councilwoman Porras?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Cabral?
Yes.
Mayor Fraga?
Yes.
Motion passes.
All right. If you can just read item 9E into the record and
Item 9E, a resolution of the mayor and the city council of the city of Doral, Florida, approving the award of request for qualifications, RFQ 2026, architectural and engineering services and related disciplines for new police department headquarters, authorizing the city manager to negotiate and enter into an agreement with DLR Group, Inc. as a top-ranked firm, subject to approvals to form and legal sufficiency by the city attorney for the provision of architectural and design and engineering-related services, authorizing the city manager to negotiate and enter into an agreement with the next highest-ranked firm successively if an agreement cannot be negotiated, authorizing the city manager to expend budgeted funds in furtherance hereof, providing for implementation and incorporation of recitals and an effective date.
all right, we will incorporate the presentation, the comments from the previous item into this item. And if there's no additional questions, we need a motion to approve.
Motion.
Motion to approve by Councilman Pinedo, second by Councilwoman Reynoso. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Motion to approve made by Councilman Pinedo, seconded by Councilwoman Reynoso. Councilman Pinedo?
Yes.
Councilwoman Reynoso?
Yes.
Councilwoman Porras?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Cabral?
Yes.
Mayor Fraga?
Yes.
Motion passes.
All right, we move on to item 9F.
9F, a resolution of the mayor and the city council of the city of Doral, Florida, approving the implementation of a solar streetlight project along Northwest 82nd Street from Northwest 107th Avenue to Northwest 114th Avenue, selecting blank as a vendor, approving a project in an amount not to exceed blank, which includes a 10% contingency for unforeseen conditions, authorizing the city manager to execute all necessary documents and expend budgeted funds, providing for implementation, incorporation of recitals, and an effective date.
All right, Madam City Manager or Public Works, I don't know who's gonna.
Great, so thank you again. So, Mayor and Council, as directed during the January council meeting, staff coordinated with both vendors, Cells and Front Roach, to install solar streetlights for a side-by-side evaluation. Both systems have been installed along 82nd Street between 107th and 109th Avenue and are operating from sunset to sunrise. This pilot has provided the opportunity for you all to visit the site and evaluate performance firsthand, including lighting coverage and visibility, as well as equipment design and overall aesthetics. At this time, staff's requesting direction from mayor and council on how they would like to proceed, including selection of a preferred vendor. We're also here, the public works directors here to answer any questions you may have.
All right, did everybody go and see the lights?
I saw the light.
You saw the light.
I
saw the
haven't
light
seen
too.
them. I have a question. Do we have multiple vendors?
Only two.
Oh, only two. Does the staff have a recommendation?
Staff?
Or is it a,
I don't think staff. gave a recommendation.
We put both of them up. They're both reputable companies. We wanted you to go and see which one aesthetically or visibly or, and you have the cost breakdown also, and which one you preferred.
as far as costs, what are the two figures?
So the cells has 36 poles, 19 dual and 17 single, and the cost of that is $366,776. The other one is 21 poles, 14 single and 7 dual arm, which is $273,743.26.
Any other questions? So I went out, I saw them, for the purposes I stated last time and what I saw from the presentations and the companies, and the technology that's offered and being able to dim the lights, control the lights, see when one is off, one is not off, plus the installation and the fabrication. One company is, I think French, the other one is American made. So my suggestion was to go with Cells. I'm comfortable with moving forward with that. I like their product. I saw it. I think that for what their presentation offered, as far as FDOT compliance, and I know the other company says that there's no FDOT compliance, but for me, I think that's important, being that this is it's a road. We're not lighting a park. So whatever additional compliance and coverage we get for liability purposes, I think that it's important. I know there's a lot of areas that are also interested in this. Vanderbilt has already reached out, that's very interested in installing this. They saw it and they started emailing. So I think it's gonna be very popular. We have seen that undergrounding and traditional lighting is expensive. And so that is kind of out of the question and would be, a great route because obviously it's a proven product. Not that solar isn't. I think we've had our, concerns with solar, but I also like that Cells is a local company. I think that's important. So for me, that's I besides the fact that I liked what I saw as far as the product, the coverage, the technology from the presentations that were given, I give extra, points to the fact that they're a local company. Yes, Councilman Pinedo?
Yes, I just I was ready last time. I'm ready now as well because I think it's a need, especially in that part of the community. It's something that has been going on for years. So I'm happy that we're finally giving then a solution for something that for me it's a safety matter. So I'm also agree. For me, sales has the best option. I will support your recommendation in that particular matter. But more than this is that we're finally giving a solution to an area that for years has been asking. This administration, previous administrations, we're finally giving them a solution. So, and hopefully after this one, we get into Vanderbilt, right, Dana?
Yes.
Yeah.
I know they're gonna come knocking.
We will work on that one. But yes, I also support your recommendation.
Is that a motion?
Motion to approve, yes. To recommend sales for the project, yes.
Through the mayor.
Yes.
I'll place a second motion for cells as well. I actually did go out to see it, and really the difference of having light and not having light is astonishing. I think neighborhoods need to be well lit. It adds to well lighted. It adds to the security that the neighborhood has, and the both of them were very nice. But again, when you go to the technical features, you can definitely tell the difference. So that's why I will be supporting also cells.
Right. Thank you, Councilwoman.
And the vendors here?
Yes, I believe the vendors are here.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Yes. All right, so if there's no additional questions, Madam Clerk, call the roll.
Have motion to approve and select Cell Solar in the amount of $363,776 made by Councilwoman Pinedo, seconded by Councilwoman Reynoso. Councilwoman Pinedo?
Yes.
Councilwoman Reynoso?
Yes.
Councilwoman Porras?
Yeah.
Vice Mayor Cabral?
Yes.
Mayor Fraga?
Yes.
Motion passes.
All right. You needed to, sorry.
Yeah, for clarity on that, the item, as far as the amount, was to include a 10% contingency. So we need to add 10% on top of
I
that.
think it says it there, yeah.
So it'll be 403,453.60.
Well, it says, which includes a 10%, so.
Correct.
403?
453.60.
Got it. Okay, I will make sure. Thank you.
And these funds were budgeted for this year?
Yes.
Okay, let's make sure. All right. Thank you very much. All right, move on to the next item.
We're going back to the items that were pulled from consent.
Starting with 6M.
Yes. 6M, a resolution of the mayor and the city council of the city of Doral, Florida, approving the use of Florida State Contract Number 5612000-24 NYACS, which was completely entered into a matter similar to that set forth in Chapter 2, Article 5 of the city's code, for the purchase of office furniture for all city facilities to be used by all city departments pursuant to Section 2-322 of the city's code, in the amount not to exceed budgeted funds, authorizing the city manager to utilize the mentioned contracts and subsequent renewals in the amount not to exceed annual budgeted funds, authorizing the city manager to expend budgeted funds on behalf of the city, providing for implementation and incorporation of recitals and an effective date. This was pulled by Councilwoman Cabral. Vice Mayor Cabral.
Vice Mayor, you have a
Just wanted to bring it to a vote.
You just want to have a roll call vote on it? Okay. All right, we need a motion to approve.
Motion.
Motion to approve by Councilwoman Reynoso,
Second.
second by Councilman Pinedo. Madam Clerk?
Motion to approve made by Councilwoman Reynoso, seconded by Councilwoman Pinedo. Councilwoman Reynoso?
Yes.
Councilwoman Pinedo?
Yes.
Councilwoman Porras? Vice Mayor Cabral?
No.
Mayor Fraga?
Yes.
Motion passes.
All right, we move on to the next item, which is the item 6P.
Item 6P. 1 second, Mayor. A resolution of the mayor and the city council of the city of Doral, Florida, authorizing municipal sponsorship to the Breast Support Center for Women Corp. In an amount not to of $1,000 pursuant to section 2-79 of the city's code of ordinances, providing for authorization, implementation, incorporation of recitals, and an effective date. This was pulled by Councilwoman Reynoso.
Yes.
Councilwoman Reynoso?
To the mayor.
Yes, ma'am.
So this item is a sponsorship item that I'm hoping to gather the support of my colleagues to give $1,000 to Breasties. This is, well, Carrie's here, Carrie Lord. And I wanted to give her the opportunity to speak on the organization that she is in charge of and why it's so dear to her and why I seek the support of council.
Hi, good morning. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you for everything you've done and Doral has done. My name is Carrie, and I'm the founder of Breasty Center for Women. I'm basically building this center because I had breast cancer myself, and I went through everything that you have to go through, and I realized that cancer isn't even though you have the support of love and family, it's very emotional and it's very emotionally isolating. Everybody goes back to work, everybody, and you're left alone. So I created this, I'm trying to create this center for anybody that cancer has touched, like the fighter, the supporter, the caregiver, because everybody has part in this story, where they feel safe, a center where they could come and talk, listen, or just feel supported and safe. You might ask, oh, all these medical hospitals offer all this, but the waiting lists are immensely long. You have to wait for everything, and you don't want to go back to the place that has caused so much trauma to you. You'll never feel safe there. You'll never feel right. So I'm creating the center for those to come in and do group therapies on a daily basis and support those in need. I also want to bring it to Doral, the first center here in Doral, because the community that you guys have and the support with one another is amazing, and it aligns perfectly with Breasties means to me.
Awesome. Well, Carrie also had an event just this past month.
Yes, 2 weeks ago, I had it in the community center, a wellness. It turned out good. The rain kind of stopped people from coming, but the vibe and the community was amazing. And I got to meet a lot of new people. And it's amazing what you guys have here.
And just last spotlight, she also raises money for families that go through breast cancer and just are having a hard time getting back on their feet. So
Yes.
typically you would do a GoFundMe, and she just wants to be one of those resources that a family can reach out to help.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Thanks, Carrie.
You're welcome.
Great job.
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve by Councilman Pinedo.
Second.
Second by Councilwoman Porras. Thank you, Councilwoman Reynoso. All right, please call roll.
Motion to approve made by Councilman Pinedo, seconded by Councilwoman Porras. Councilman Pinedo?
Yes.
Councilwoman Porras?
Yes.
Councilwoman Reynoso?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Cordero?
Yes.
Mayor Frog?
Yes.
Motion passes.
All right, thank you very much. I think last item is 20M.
20A.
Sorry, 20A.
A resolution of the mayor and the city council of the city of Doral, Florida, authorizing the use of the City of Doral logo by the Get Red Foundation for the promotion of the Miami Wellness and Movement Festival, providing for implementation, incorporation of recitals, and an effective date.
Okay, Councilwoman Porras.
Okay. This item is asking really for support to use the city logo for the Miami Wellness and Movement Festival that's organized by the Get Red Foundation. So we're moving from one community leader to another right now. And that foundation actually supports families facing rare blood disorders and raises awareness of the bone marrow registry and helps find matches for those that need it. The event is scheduled for Saturday, April 25th at 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the amphitheater here in Doral. And the festival will feature over 30 wellness vendors, live fitness classes, educational speakers, a kids zone, and just a lot of great things, including an on-site bone marrow donor registration drive in partnership with Gift of Life and organizations. And of course, the event promotes healthier living while also raising awareness of rare blood disorders and bone marrow transplants. And we have here the founder and organizer, Ludmila Escuerdo, another community leader. If she can come up, please, and also say a couple words about the event, and also personally invite the council as well to attend.
Thank you so much, Maureen. Good morning, Mayor Fraga, Vice Mayor Cabral, and council members. It's truly an honor to be here with you today. I'm going to try to stick to a script because I know I only have 3 minutes and I get very nervous. My name is Ludmila, and like Maureen Porras said, I am the founder of Get Red. It is an organization established to help patients navigate the bone marrow transplant journey, which is a very long one. This one in particular is very dear to my heart. There's a young man, his name is Max. He's 15 years old. His father has been trying to find a match. He's had over 4 million views, but only 100,000 people have come out to swab. I believe that here in Doral, which is an amazing Hispanic community, is where his donor is. So it would be a blessing and a privilege to celebrate with each of you and the community this event. Just encourage folks to come out, to swab, to see if they could potentially save this young man's life and the life of so many others in our community that are awaiting a bone marrow transplant. I am the founder. I am a survivor. I was blessed that my sister was a perfect match, but that does not exist for many others that are awaiting in the registry. So this is a call to action to unite, come out. You know, there is some fun wellness and fitness, Pilates, boot camp, and all the fun things. We will have Channel 10 come out to support us. Javier Romero, Mirka de Llanos, many others from the community are stepping up and they're present and kind of raising this awareness because it's so rare to hear people speak about bone marrow transplants and about rare blood disorders, and that's why we exist, to raise awareness, to provide financial support to the patients and the families. It's not just a patient, but also the families that are navigating through this, and to tell their stories. We are going to be bringing their stories to life through the arts, through dance choreography. I was a dancer when I was diagnosed, and so this is why we're using the form of choreography to tell the stories. So I ask that you please come out, encourage everyone to join us on this day. It'll be a beautiful event with a lot of vendors that are there to help people stay healthy. And we encourage you all to please join us. Thank you so much for your time.
Through the mayor.
Councilwoman Reynoso?
Okay. So I actually have been following this for quite some time. I think what makes the match difficult, and correct me if I'm wrong, is that they're looking for a specific European descent and a Latin mix.
So his father is Colombian and his mother is a European. She has 3 different mixes of European cultures. And so in minority groups, African Americans, minorities like myself, Hispanics, it's very hard to find donors because of our ethnicity. So that's why I believe they live in New Jersey, but that I believe in South Florida, their ability to be able to find a match just increases just because of the melting pot that we have specifically here in Doral. Like this is the heart of South Florida when it comes to like all the different cultures coming here. So I think that raises the statistics and the possibilities of finding someone that has a closer match. Right now, they're preparing him to have what's called a mismatch. So when you have a mismatch bone marrow transplant, your body can reject that bone marrow. And so the possibility of rejection is a lot greater. Here in South Florida, there's just so many Hispanic college students. The best and most important age group, healthiest age group for a donor is between 18 and 35. So that's why we really want to make a call to action to all of the colleges, all of the communities, all of the universities, and in our South Florida region, to just encourage them to come out and please help us find a donor for Max and for others. There's many others that are awaiting a match.
Yes, so the dad has done incredible advocacy for this, so I'm glad that it's reached South Florida in Doral and that this item is being presented today. And I think it was important for you to take the opportunity as well to clarify those points so we can get the you know, I didn't know that that was the age range of the best possible match. So and that's good because then we kind of filter out a section of our community that may not fit in that age range that is to
This
match the
is
donor.
right. Well, to your point, this is why we made it a family event so that it's not just the moms and the dads, but the entire family coming out, getting educated about the importance of being joining the registry and just learning more about what can affect us in this journey of rare blood disorders and how can we stay healthy and kind of realize the need to help others in this sort of journey, which is a really long one. So that's why we provide financial support, not just finding the right donor, finding the right transplant center, but also getting back on their feet and career ready because, you know, you lose, some of our patients have lost 5 years of their lives, their mothers, their fathers. And so we help through the different phases of the journey.
Yeah, unfortunately, this is a great item. Unfortunately, that this is a great item. Yeah, so, but I'll support.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Second.
Motion to approve by Councilman Reynoso, second by Councilman Pinero. I just have a question. So you already are working with Loud and Live and the location's already secured? Because this is just to use the logo.
Yes, so yeah, we're already working with the folks at Live and Loud. They've been awesome. So we just want to raise the awareness. Like I was telling Maureen Porras, is we do need help with donations and support. So any organizations that you feel, like Jackson or any of the organizations in Doral that you feel would be able to support us or sponsor us in any way, we do need financial support as well.
Okay, so the use of I see your flyer here. Is this the final flyer?
Let me see which one you have. Yes.
This is the flyer for promotion. So you're looking to put the city's logo on this?
On that and
Converse.
on our step and repeat, everything that we use for press release. We have Rock Orange, which is a PR company that's going to be supporting us. We're going to be all over the radio. Channel 10 will be out here with Maite is going to be here. Mirka de Llano's a journalist. So, you know, all the material that comes with press release and promotion.
Okay, I also just want to confirm there will not be any other logos on there, any political logos or anything like that. It'll just be the city's logo, no personal name logos to be associated with anybody. It's just the City of Doral's logo with the flyer and then on promotional items.
Yes, all the promotion items and any other sponsors.
Right.
And yeah, if there's any other sponsors that are supporting us, then we would put their logo as well. Obviously, the Dorals would be on this one only, along with Get Red.
Okay.
And Gift of Life is there too, because Gift of Life, they're the bone marrow center in Boca.
This one doesn't have the Gift of Life one.
Okay.
But okay, that's why I was asking. What I don't want to see is a logo, I mean, a flyer out there later with several logos that we didn't get to see who is participating. Because it's not our event, we don't have control of the protocol. We want to help you and support as best as possible. And I'm sure all of us will go out and support you and help promote it on our social medias, our personal social medias. But what sometimes happens is they'll come here and ask for the use of our logo, and then we'll see a flyer that looks very, very different from what we approved to use the logo on. And there's candidate logos and political logos and all these things that then it looks, kind of cooked up. So just want to make sure that we're happy to support with our logo so it gives a little bit more, official, I understand the use of why people like to use the city's logo. It's also why we're so protective of it.
Of course.
Because it gives it an endorsement.
Sure.
So just to make sure that it's only going to be with the Donor Life logo and the red.
No, the Gift of Life.
The Gift of Life, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Gift of Life, Get Red Foundation, and the City of Doral.
Okay, perfect. Awesome. Okay, yes, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right, okay, yep.
Motion to approve the use of the city logo made by Councilwoman Reynoso, second by Councilman Pinero. Councilwoman Reynoso?
Yes.
Councilman Pinero?
Yes.
Councilwoman Porras?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Doral?
Yes.
Mayor Fraga?
Yes.
Motion passes.
All right, thank you very much.
Mayor's report.
Okay, so the mayor's report. First, I want to congratulate our councilwoman, Nicole Reynoso. She was sworn into the Florida Bar yesterday. Waited 2 years, but she finally did it. So our newest councilwoman and attorney. All right, and also this month is Autism Awareness Month, as we've talked about all day today. So just a reminder to be a little extra kind, to make sure that you're promoting. If you have a business, think about hiring someone with autism, and we're going to be doing a campaign about that as well. In light of National Donate Life Month, and on behalf of Legacy Donor Services Foundation, Beauty of Sight, and South Florida Donor Network, I'd like to request that the Doral City Hall be illuminated green on April 10th in recognition of National Blue and Green Day. I know we can't do the two colors right now, so we're gonna do one. To help raise awareness and honor those who have given the gift of life. So we got an email requesting this. I just wanted to make sure it was put on the record. Also this weekend, we welcome you and your families to the Doral Art and Flower Festival at the Doral Cultural Arts Center, a wonderful celebration of art, nature, and community, and an incredible industry in our community. So we will open the doors on Friday afternoon, and it'll be there all weekend. This is the fifth time we do this festival, and it's very beautiful. So come out and check out all the wonderful artistic work that's done with flowers. And on May 7th, because we won't have a council meeting before that, I want to announce we're doing our National Day of Prayer concert again at the Doral Amphitheater, which is a beautiful, beautiful event. So we want to invite everyone from the community to come out for an evening of reflection, unity, and music. And that will start at 6 p.m. On May 7th, which is National Day of Prayer. For my mayor's comments, I think that's it. Yep, that's it. So we're good.
All right, advisory board comments. The first one's the Military Affairs Committee.
Bill Watts, our beloved Bill Watts.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I'm Bill Watts. I am the chair of the Doral Military Advisory Committee here in Doral, as well as I am one of the founding members of the city of Doral. Just wanted you to know that. So, good morning, Ms. Mayor, City Council, distinguished members behind the chamber desk. To any of the military veterans in the audience and to those present. I want to say something I heard earlier. Although we heard a difference of opinion earlier today, I want to say, having lived all around the world in different countries, I'm going to say this. We live in the greatest city, in the greatest state, and the greatest country of the world.
Yes.
City of Doral has been amazing from day one. Every city you go to has their own quirks, be it traffic, be it rudeness, be it whatever. But the people, the government in Doral are amazing.
Thank you, Bill.
I wanted to get that out. On behalf of the Military Advisory Committee, I want to thank the council, mayor, for your support. Although the mayor beat me to it, I wanted to congratulate Councilwoman Nicole Reynoso of adding Esquire to her name. If there are any U.S. military veterans present, please raise your hand to be recognized. Thank you, guys.
Break our own rules.
All right. So quickly, you've all been given a memo from the Doral Military Advisory Committee requesting your support for continuance on Memorial Day, which is May 25th. We're also requesting that a letter, not an event, but a letter be given to Southern Command for Armed Forces Day that can be signed by the mayor and the council, however you deem it, which may also be given by the mayor in person if she would like, or members of the Military Advisory Committee would be willing to go and present as well. Then finally, as part of the memo, we're requesting that Doral Veterans Park be renamed to the Doral Memorial Veterans Park. Although we realize that part will take quite some time because there's many publications and different things that the city would have to go through to make that change, is something that we feel should be done, because that park is there as a reflection of those who served and gave their life. I thank you for allowing me to come before you today.
Thank you, Bill. So I actually met with Bill last week to discuss these items. The first item, which is the Memorial Day small ceremony that they do with the wreath. I don't think it's a problem. We've been doing it now for a couple of years. So, you know, I don't have an issue with that. I told them that I would do the letter and I would do it the way we've done some of ours with all your names on it. And I'd be happy to go and take it with the Military Affairs Advisory Committee. The one we talked about was the renaming of Veterans Park, which I understand why you all feel that it should be called Veterans Memorial Park, or and I have no query with that. I don't disagree with you. What I told them is that it could cost a lot of money to change the signs and stuff. So my recommendation is that we keep this as we look at maybe updating our signs in the future as we go to restore them, that then we consider adding the word memorial to the park's name. I do think it's merited, and you're absolutely right. It's a Veterans Park memorializing veterans. So I don't see an issue with calling it Veterans, you said Veterans Memorial Park, right?
Correct. Doral Veterans Memorial Park.
Yeah, so I think we can look at that as we look at, you know, the sign needing to be updated and things like that. It could be something that we can explore if everybody's okay with that. Good?
Okay.
All right, Bill.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Bill.
All right, next advisory board.
Next one would be the Faith and Community-Based Organization Advisory Board.
Nando, thank you for being here till the end.
No problem. Good morning. Oh, yeah, good morning still, Mayor, Council. So as chair from Faith-Based Advisory Board, we would like to request a guidance on creating what we call a health day event. We have discussed, I don't know, multiple, like 2 or 3 meetings, looking out for the well-being of the community. Obviously, we're going after the faith, but if we just do an event just for faith, very likely people have that a barrier on not seeking help or not thinking they need the help. So I don't know. We discussed it. We had different contacts that we could bring to offer health screenings, fiber scans, ECGs, hearing tests. And then we came up with the idea of having something where people come in, have health screenings, and also a little space if they want prayer, if they want some spiritual, mental. We have also a mental professional that could assess and talk to people if needed. So yes, this is our idea. Of course, we bring it up to the council to consider.
Yes. So I also spoke with, we didn't get to meet in person, but I spoke with Nando, and I met all the members of the Faith-Based Advisory Committee that I could get a hold of. I think I missed one person, but, and explained to them that this is a heavy lift, and we have a lot of events, and that Doral Pro Health, which is still very, very active, has a big health fair in May, right here at West Coast University, with all the facilities available. I reached out to their organizer, and they are more than willing to take our Faith-Based Advisory Board in as a partner, so that they can have a section and provide prayers and also collaborate in some of those things, but that way they're not left completely alone doing this event, and it's also not a burden for the city and our staff. So they all agreed that they were willing to partner with Doral Pro Health, so I am currently working on a meeting for them to be able to have conversations about participating as a alliance with the Doral Pro Health, right? Yes,
correct.
Everybody was good with that. And then there was one other thing that I spoke to the Faith-Based Advisory Board, and unfortunately some of them couldn't be here today. I know the rabbi is away for Passover. Ricky couldn't be here. But we were approached by the CFC, the Christian Family Coalition, to host the annual National Day of Prayer breakfast. It used to be done in Hialeah. Unfortunately, there were some issues and they can't do it in Hialeah anymore. So they came to us and asked our Faith-Based Advisory Board. It wasn't able to get on the agenda because it published after. It came after, but to do the breakfast obviously we do our concert, and I made it very clear to CFC that that's our big event, and that's where we're putting all of our resources in. So he said, I will pay for everything. I just need a space. I had another conversation with him this morning. He's confirmed that Byron Donalds will be a keynote speaker, which is Congressman Byron Donalds, and as well as myself. And so we are asking through the Faith-Based Advisory Board to use the gymnasium at Doral Central Park, because it's like the biggest space that we have. They will put everything. We just need to cover the floor and provide the space. They're anticipating about 300 people. It would be the morning of May 7th. And, you know, I don't close the doors to any opportunity to be able to include our advisory boards, but also provide a space of prayer and reflection. So if the council agrees, we would waive the fees for the Faith-Based Advisory Board and CFC to be able to host the National Day of Prayer breakfast that they've been doing for 5 years. It's actually also the anniversary of 5 years since we proposed taking National Day of Prayer to the school board, which then became like a big deal in the county and has become a big event. So if everyone's okay with that, we can give direction to the city manager's office. Yes?
Yes.
We have consensus? Okay. All right.
Thank you so much.
Nando. We'll be in contact for a lot of events. Thank you. All right.
City managers report.
City manager.
So, yes, good morning again, Mayor and Council. So first of all, I do want to reiterate the mayor's congratulations to Councilwoman Reynoso. My small involvement in her long attending law school started way back 10 years ago when we first met, and I've been involved in a small way throughout these years with her going to law school. It was a heavy lift for her, like it would be for anyone, but I feel incredibly proud because having had been a mom myself when I put myself through school, to have 3 children, go to law school, study for the bar, and do everything that she has done over this time is certainly commendable. So I just wanted to say that. And the last thing I wanted to say is I want to just give special thanks to the staff. I know that Councilman Piñero recognized them with respect to the police building, but as you can imagine, this is a heavy lift that we were also going through. I want to thank the Capital Improvement Division head, which is Lázaro Quintero, who works very hard in getting all of these things done. I want to thank Roman for the procurement process, which has gone incredibly smoothly and is doing a fantastic job in that. And then I want to thank the police folks that participated in this whole thing. I especially the chief, the deputy chief, and I want to just say a special thanks to Orlando, our executive officer, who worked very hard with the firm to bring together the design of this building, the preliminary concept design. So I just want to thank the staff. I want to thank Fernando and Sol, who are always there behind us to tell us how we are going to pay for things. So I just want to say that for the staff and thank them very much. That's it.
Thank you. Also, I forgot, it's also Alex Migroso's birthday, Magrizo's birthday, sorry, our new director.
Oh, happy birthday. Oh,
It was written on my thing and I forgot to mention.
and I just would like, if possible, if we could go down right after the meeting is over and take a picture with police just to commemorate the approval of the building. That would be great.
Right here though, right? No, oh, okay, you said downstairs. I was like, where are we all going?
Oh, no. Yes, down here.
All right. City Attorney's report?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Just wanted to reiterate and congratulate Councilwoman Reynoso. Welcome to the club.
All right, City Clerk?
I have stuff today.
Yeah, what?
It's
Look,
okay.
look at the reaction you got in the room.
All right.
She's turning red, guys.
Congratulations,
Stop.
Madam ESQ. All right. And I really just have happy birthday wishes. So April is a big month in my office. Both my my backbone girls' birthday. Today's Juanita's birthday and Gianni's is on the
Happy birthday,
24th.
Juanita.
And Samuel from IT, who's in the back
Oh,
there,
that's right. Samuel's
also
birthday
is his birthday. So
That's
I really
right.
just had a bunch of birthdays today. Thank you all.
Awesome. She speaks, other than reads. All right, that concludes our morning agenda. We need a motion to recess, and we'll be back at 6 o'clock.
Motion.
Motion to recess by our Councilwoman Nicole Reynoso Esquire.
Second.
Second by Councilman Pinedo. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.